Hi guys, Patrick has asked me to show you how I use the Mega Stacker for the PDF and the HTML function. By the way, welcome. I'm hoping that this is the better format than just having an online tutorial in real time. Then you can watch this video in your own time, rewind any bits that you're not sure about, and then what we can all have a do is have a get together, or you can contact me individually on Skype. We can discuss any areas that you're not sure about, or maybe you've got some ideas about, and you know, hopefully this will be the best way forward. So hopefully you've all at least opened up Mega Stacker, you've had a play with it, and maybe I shouldn't have to really take you through every little part about it, but mainly what it is, it enables us to create PDF documents very quickly and convert it directly to a HTML document. Now the benefit of using this program is that we can use Sprintex to create unlimited unique content, and obviously we're using the stacking principle of stacking each document that we put online in order to increase the linking power, the link juice. So that's why this program was um, created. So now, depending on what it is that you're being asked to do by Patrick, whether it be what the project is about, I'm going to go into give a demonstration of how I would approach an affiliate offer. So there's I thought this would be a good demonstration of a product called Keyword Atlas. It's got a quite nice looking website. Now it's worth mentioning that you're never really going to replicate this by building it. You can actually um, you wait a minute. You could actually get the page source, copy it, go to Mega Stacker. Oops, here we are. On the HTML stacker, go to View Code, paste this material in, and when we have a look at it, we have that website in there. Okay, and the images are individual, so we could cut and paste the images, take them out, optimize them, put them back in. We could do it that way, and it looks good. The only downside is there can be hidden code in there, and you could be hot linking from their website, which obviously they wouldn't mind if you're an affiliate for them. But what you've got to be careful of is things like, just have a look at the code. If unfortunately we don't have a search feature in here, but what we can do is, like we've just done, we can paste this into an editor and do a quick search. In fact, that's what I'll do now. If I open up my um, notepad, this is what I pasted into that document just now. And if I do a Control F, search for Google, in this case, find, then there we are. We've got analytics, JavaScript. So we obviously don't want to be, using that in our HTML documents. So yes, you could go. You could, if you're happy to do it, you could work through here and get rid of all these, these codes, and that would save a bit of time creating a document. However, I'm not going to to do that, let's get rid of that. Go back to Megastacker. We're going to get, I think we'll just clear this one. Clear. So what I'm going to do is show you how what I normally do is to create the PDF first, then convert using this button here to the HTML. Okay, so like I said, the first thing you need to do, if you look at the list that I posted, is to collect your keywords, collect the content, and spin that content so it's all ready. I've got some here, this particular keywords. Right. What's that one there? Okay. Right, this is what I scraped from the website, and all I did was just highlight what I wanted. Now I didn't just paste it into, we're on a PDF stacker now. I didn't just paste it in. What's the reason why I didn't just paste it in? I'm just trying to think what it is. There's a reason why I didn't just paste it in before. I think I'm going to be alright. It's probably the, if you just paste it into the HTML stacker. Right, this is the, if we paste it in here, then what you get a lot of coding from the site. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so I don't think it's a good idea to do it directly into your HTML stacker. Okay, but to work from the PDF. Okay, so that seems to be alright there. I'm quite happy with that. I'm sure there was a reason why I did before was if you get any problems with the code, with the formatting, what you can do is go to your excuse me, your notepad. Okay, you paste it into there, highlight it, copy it. Okay, and when you go back to your application, you paste it back in. Your the formatting is been erased. Okay, so now we can do what we want there. Whatever you want to do with that. Okay, so oh, by the way, if you ever make a mistake, don't panic. Even if everything disappears, all you need to do is Control Z, and that you can undo, I don't know, about 10 or 15 actions. So I'm quite happy it's kept the format in there. Something called Poppins. That isn't on the list, so it must have, I don't know if it might be on my machine somewhere, but it isn't on the list normally. Alright. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. So, getting ahead of myself here. I'll show you two ways that you can do this. This is where you work at on an individual basis. How can I put it? I like to use tables. I like to encapsulate everything in a table, and you'll see why later on. So we're not going to use a table here to encapsulate everything, but I'll tell you what I am going to do is just undo this a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, what I like to do is to get the margins right over to the edges. Okay, as far as you can. It doesn't matter about bleed or anything like that from because we're not interested in printing these out. Not going to be printed out, just purely for online viewing. So that gives us as much space, a bit more, as we can get on the page. All right. Now, if can I paste it back in now? No, that's the previous one. If I go back here, I've already selected that bit, so we're just going to copy, paste. Okay, so that's obviously white text there. I'll keep it white for now. Okay. Oh, one other thing is, what I recommend you do, you click on the editing tab, and this here, which is show hides all the coding, the coding for the page, so you can see what's going on. It's a real bonus when you know what's going on. Okay. So let's now go back to here. Now what we've got here, we're not going to be able to post a video in the PDF, but we can do a link to one. So we could just put an image there. We click here, and it will take someone to the landing page. So what we've got here is 1, 2, 3 columns of a table. So this helps us to format the work as we want it. So I say 3 columns because you can see here these icons here really want to line up with the title of each paragraph. Okay, so from experience I find it's easy to do look at the page and split it up into sections, a bit like when you're creating a website. It's a markup. So we've got one section here, one column there, and another column here. And what I would also do is the number of rows. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you'll see why I say 10 in a minute. So we're going to go back to our site. We're on the next line. Let's go down a bit more. Okay, we can centralize this. What we're going to do, going to insert a table. So table. If we click here, we get a window coming up to tell you how many columns and rows, or you can just do it by dropping this down and quickly, it only goes down to eight rows there. So number of columns we want 3, and the number of rows we want 10. Excuse me. It's gone a bit beyond. So if we move this down, it's always good to have an extra return above and below any section, any element, as you'll find out later on. So this is outside, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this in a bit. Oh, no, just undo that, Control X. We've got to select everything here. Okay, and then we find out we're just outside. Okay, if we want to bring in a bit more, so that just keeps that relevant to this section of the document. Now then, what we also want to do, let's just, oh, I don't know what's done that. You do get some spurious things happening when you're using this program. So what we want to do is, if you watch the cursor, it changes when I just select there. Oops. That's one way of selecting the column. As you can see, it's a bit iffy. Or what you can do is just sort of click here and then drag down. That'll do the same thing. So what I want to do here is drag down and merge all them cells. Alright, and here, well, what I want to do is bring this side out as far as possible, and then maybe bring this in a bit more. Okay, so we're going to put an image in this cell, and here we're going to put the them nice little ticks, and here you're going to have the text. So going back to our, what we can try and do, I don't know if this will work or not, doubt it. Control copy. See what happens if we just paste it in. I think it just goes on one cell. Yeah. So let's undo that. Well, we'd have to undo it. Of course it's all white. Turn it black for now. So editing, black. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to select everything below that first line. Control X to cut it out. Get extra. And then what we're going to do is Control V. It's a bit of a long-winded way of doing this. Actually, when you get quite quite good at this, it's pretty fast. Control X, Control V, Control X, Control V. So what I'm doing is just selecting one line down. Control X, Control V, Control X, Control V, Control X, Control V. You're nearly there, guys. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sometimes for some reason it won't deselect, so you have to just click elsewhere. Control X, Control V, and yeah, if it scrolls off the page, don't worry about that. Control X, Control V. Okay. Now we don't want it to go off a page, so I'm just going to get rid of a right, that's it. Everything's not there now. So we could put an image in here, and the ticks in there. Right. Again, I've jumped ahead a little bit. The first thing you really need to be doing, what we're actually doing now is, I've jumped the gun a little bit. What I did first was to copy all this text. Okay, everything there. In fact, you can just copy while you're in your, not here, that's an icon, but you can copy everything all the way down there. Control C to copy, and then go to your notepad. You've pasted everything in. You've got all the text. There's nothing else in there. There's no formatting or anything like that. It's just a pure text. Check it out quickly. Okay. So now you can use that straight away. You can you can spin all this. That's what I've done. I've gone to spin rewriter and I've just put this in there and I've spun it as it is. And the reason is because all these are in the right order for the website. Okay. So that's the first thing you do. And now we've got the images that we want to collect. What we do a right hand click and we can save image as, and we save it to the same folder, your project folder. By keeping, you'll get to know how to set up your project so it's easy access, you can find everything in one place. That's a challenge that I usually have, to be honest. So you save the image and they go down the same here. Look, that's an image. You can either make that if you've got a image to image software. You can make this, or you can just actually yeah, that's a button. You can't really. Yeah, what you have to do here. What I did was to actually get a image software and just select that button, buy now button. These are images. So again, you download these, save image as. That's not an image. That's HTML coding. This is an image. Save image as. Same here. Same here. Got some lovely images here. Save image. So what you do, you save them all until you have them in one folder. Now what you find is, in this case, they are all PNGs. Now, because we're going to be optimizing these images, you need to convert them. I have a great program called Camtasia. Well, it's not Camtasia, is it? Just Snagit. Brilliant. That's what I'm recording with right now, actually. I've got Camtasia as well, but Snagit is a very good image grabbing and also recording. You can do recording as well. And what I've done here is to converted it into JPEG images. And with the JPEG images, we can then start putting in keywords and stuffing them with articles. Okay, so that's what you need to do. Collect all your images, collect your documents. Okay, that's a great plan. Yeah, click keywords. So everything there ready, and then it becomes like a cut and paste scenario where you're just cutting and pasting what you need into your documents. Now this is one that I did earlier. As I used to say, a program called Blue Peter. Here's one we prepared earlier. You can see how nice, this is a PDF, how nice you can make it look just by cutting and pasting. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you how I came up with this, and then this one, and then I'm going to show you what challenges you get when you convert it in HTML. So I'm just going to shut this down. Okay, and we're going to go back to Mega. Okay, totally looks awful right now. What I did was to go to insert here, click off insert picture, and if I go to my JPEG, I don't think I've created a JPEG version of it. Where did I put that? Just have to hold on a minute. Okay, I realised that when I did this document before, I didn't actually save it. I just cut it from the website and I pasted it directly into the program. And when you do that, of course, you haven't got a copy of it, or if you have, you don't know where it is. So anyway, I've rectified that now. I've saved it and converted it into PNG. And there it is. Okay. Now it sticks out. I mean, it looks alright. I know it should be on a blue background, but we're going to sort that out in a minute. But even on the HTML, it looks okay when it's on a white background. So now we've got that. I'm going to select this, copy it, Control C and Control V, where we have these heading titles, if you like. Now another thing we can do, just to get a bit more space, is to push this right up here. Alright. Now what I want to do, because on the original, if we look at the original, at the top, we have this, which is it's an image. So I'm going to save that. So I'm going to go back to here. What we're going to do, we're going to insert picture. We're in the JPEG. There we are. And let's make it a lot smaller. Okay. Alright. So let's just stick something in there for now. Insert picture. What we're going to do, what I did was what I want to do here is go up a level. You see why later on. PNG means that the image, one of these cases, are on a clear background. So whatever's in the background here will show through. But what I want to do for this PDF, that is more suitable format. So what I've done is just clicked out to the side here, so the cursor is off the image. Alright, I can move the image down a little bit by using these return keystrokes. Okay, so now obviously we don't need as much space here. We want that to be closer. So one way of doing that is to go to editing and right hand, so it comes right to the right hand side. Okay, and then what we can do is you can close this up to give the image a bit more space. Let's have a look and see how that looks. So let's go to File, Preview PDF. Oh, just checking my mic was on there. Nothing worse than doing a video with that mic being on. So that's looking alright. It's looking alright so far. So we're going to close this down. And so we've got white text here. what a nice blue background. So what we're going to do is click off here somewhere. It gives us a bit more control when we edit, sorry, insert picture. Now I should have put it in here, but it's not in. It's not in there. So we'll go to documents. We're going to GMB. Sorry, GMB. Mega Stacker folder. There we go. Mega Cloud Stacker. What we're looking for? Looking for images, I think. Images, boxes. It's where I made a box. Okay, so if we open that nice big blue box, first thing we're going to do is to send it to the back. Right, so behind the text. Okay, so now what we can do is move it up here. Okay. Move it right up to something there. You get this every now and again. Something's amiss. Okay, let's move it back. Hold on a minute. Okay, so this is this is part of the problem of cutting and pasting from the website. It's carried over some additional formatting, which we're not going to be able to decipher at all. So what I'm going to do is go back. What I'm going to do is just stop the recording for now and then go back and sort all this out. So it's just, I'm going to paste in the raw text, unformatted text, and then format it how I want within Mega Stacker, because it's obviously taken in some other formatting which is making everything else white. Okay, and it can't be covered. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, yeah, something was really going on with there. There's some code, formatting code that I brought in from the website, and I just couldn't get rid of it. So what I've had to do is go back to a previous document that that I did. What I'm going to show you is this is still the table there. That's inside. That's the image inside the table. You can't see the text right now because it's white and white background. Okay, so I added the buy now button and the Visa card images. Now you can see there's a bit of blue around there, and I'm not bothered about that because what I've done, I've pasted this large box, blue box in, and what I'm going to do is move it up. It can be a bit tricky. I suppose we're asking the software to do a lot of work, and there we are. Okay. Another way to make the pages bigger is to pull down the margin, sorry, the footer, and the same with the header. You can push it up as much as you can. All right. So um, so this is one that I did, and I think it's inside a table. It should be in a table. All right. So that's how you can build up your PDF. I'm gonna have to do it a bit more structured, I think, because I've jumped about a little bit. I realise that I'm not really used to doing tutorials like videos like this. So let's just see what this looks like if we go over convert it to HTML. Don't be scared about that. That's just the editing. It's the code basically. Now this gives you a bit of a feel for what the website is going to look like. It's not really indicative what it will show up like. So if we go to, what you need to do is open up your default browser in the background and click on preview HTML, and you can see it hasn't put the box behind the text. That takes quite a bit of coding really. Either that or you create an image where all these all this content is actually on the box as a whole image. But we're trying to utilize the text as part of the search engine, information. So the first thing we need to do is go back to the editor and get rid of the box. Now you can see the outline here, the table. I did a table around everything. And what I wanted to show you, before I start going a bit pear-shaped, is how if you don't put a table, a box, if you like, all the way around it, it's the content when displayed on the website goes all over the place. And I found that putting a box around a table, big box around it, keeps it all in one place. And then you can manipulate it a bit more. So now what I've got to do here, and again, I find you kind of get a bit of problems here. Let's turn it back to black so you can see it. Oh, there was a time when I did this and it just would not go to black. So what I had to do was go back to the editor, change the white text to black, get rid of the box, and then convert it to PDF. Sorry, the HTML. Alright, so here we've got to do the same. Black. Okay, click off. That's looking alright. Now you may notice things are quite tight together. See what the program's doing is tries to do a lot of the work for us. It's trying to make the best fit. And sometimes it doesn't always pan out. So unless you're prepared to go into the coding, it's something I like to mess about with every now and again. It's something I'm trying to learn myself. Unless you want to go into here, then you're gonna try and do everything from the editor this way. So what you can do, you can just make spaces, and let's see what happens. I'm gonna have to change that one. I mean, that looks rubbish for the corners like that. So what we can do is go to wait a minute, got to think a little bit here when you're going from one to the other. Oh, here we are. So add image, and so go to campaigns, keyword atlas. I'm going to be in, where do I want to be? Yeah, I've turned it white. across it. So it's got white corners there. Is that a bit too big? Maybe not. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. So everything's to the left hand side. It looks pretty good. I'm sure it was centralized. No, it's the left hand side. It's all right. You can just go through it, tweaking it. We've got a bit more gap there, a little bit of gap there. Not much gap there. It's obviously deleted that area. It's just a question of going back and forth. I remember Patrick might not want you to get to this sort of level of finesse, if you like, because we're really just building links. I'm a bit of a I like things to be good quality. But he might say, don't bother about doing all this, so long as the images are there and the links are in there. That's all he wants, and you can get the work done a lot faster. To be fair, okay. So anyway, let's go back to. I'll tell you what, we'll leave there for now. It's just this is really just a taster really. What I'm going to do is go back. I'm going to go through tables. I can't really show you what happens if you don't put a table in. The material goes everywhere, and unfortunately, I can't really. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's turn this like white, black rather. Edit, black. Oops. Oh, it's annoying when it does this. Click somewhere else. Okay, what I'm trying to do is turn this like black again. Black. Okay. So if I select this, cut it. Let's do a new file. I think it's new. Okay. So be careful about saving and what have you, because you don't get a prompt. All that work I've just done just now is gone. Obviously I saved it beforehand, but it's gone. Anything I've done after our last save. Let's see what happens here. Preview. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I know we had this in the table. This could be. Everything is all over the place. Alright. So my advice is to put everything in tables. Go back. If we can do that. Control Z. Control Z. Oh no. Go back to PDF Stacker. Control Z. And we're going to insert a table just to one cell. I like to do it the other way when I'm just doing one or two cells. One cell. Let's centralize it. Editing. Center. Control V. I know we lost our table there. But let's see how that looks if we go to HTML. And we'll do a preview. Now, it's all contained. Oh, it's still a bit all over the place here, but it's all contained in a nice little area. Alright, we can get rid of that line on the outside. Anyway, that's all for now. Yeah, I'm gonna do a more structure build up. Okay, talking about some of the some of the way of building this up step by step. I've jumped about a little bit here and now, but obviously, it can give you a taster of what you can do with Mega Stacker.